Hello, this is Artificial Intelligent Trader. Let's look at the weekly stock. And exactly, yeah. We were afraid for what will happen. And you see here the nice, I do it in green. This is the Kumo cloud. Let me do it again in red. You can see here. And you see here, this candle, this last candle, this is the weekly, it hit it. So what does this mean? This means, look, it precisely hit it. You can see it, it hits here, around here. So we will see that it will break out in 2 weeks or 1 week. So this can mean, I was thinking about Ukraine, that would do something with the euro dollar, but it looks like the banking problem that just because of the interest rate increasement triggered some problems in America with banking. And that made the dollar cheaper, and the euro stayed the same. So this is very nice to see. What can we expect? We don't know. We have to wait until it breaks here, this cloud. So I expect that the dollar gets weaker. I think we will see that it will go exactly here, up. Or I hope it will go even here, to this green line, to visit the green line or the yellow line, and then it probably goes bouncing back and bouncing up, and it goes in a range. That is what I expect for the weekly. If you go to the daily, this is the daily. We see here it can go up, what I expected already, and can go down. But there's so many factors now at the moment. There's the Fed. Does it continue with the tax rate? What is the exactly impact of the banks? And then we have the Ukraine war. There's also in a few days or in maybe at the end of the month there will be a decision there. So I think this is very difficult to trade. What we know is that the yen is probably getting more stronger. So we see here that so if you trade yen, I think the dollar will become weaker, the yen becomes stronger, because I think people will flight to the yen as a security. So that is a thing we can probably expect. This is not trading advice. This is just looking at the chart and interpreting the numbers by using the indicators. So again. Look, be active if you want to do some bets or trading or paper trading. Paper trading. What I advise is look if you can predict the movements when the American and the European market is already opened or is opened in 7 minutes. So try to predict it, just as like an exercise. It is now at the breaking point. If you look at the 15 minutes, for example, if you look at the 15 minutes. You can see that it is at the breaking point. Yeah, it will break up or break down. It can break up or it can break down. So do some exercise with it. Learn how to trade in a range. I think this is perfect to learn how to trade with the breakout, and then try to predict where it stops. The trick will be look at the pivot points. Here we have our pivot points. So you have to look at this point, and you have to look at. Look here. You see here. You see here a pivot point. Here pivot point. Here pivot point. The PP will not be reached because this is a news event. Normally it is like an average, a statistic average, but this is not applying to like these events. There's a strong weakening of the dollar, so I expect not to anything come near. I expect it will go up. So you can see that it will go to here or even go to here today. I think that is a possibility. And if we look at the dollar yen, let me get it here. The dollar yen, you can see also it can be that it will drop today. It was already here moving. It can drop a step lower than this, and it can even maybe go even lower to that. So it can drop a few percent in the dollar yen, and this will have, of course, an effect on the dollar euro. If the euro stays the same and the dollar goes weaker, it means that it will go up. and it will probably go to the pivot points. So I expect a breakout today up towards higher. This is not trading advice. This is just statistically looking. So I'm waiting for so we waited here. This European Open. There was in the morning was an opening. You can see there was an opening here, and it went up to the first resistance here, pivot point. So I think with the American Open it will climb up further up, and we will see what happens. So this is the 1 minute. You see that it is hectic. It is ranging. It is waiting for an event, and that is my advice is stay away. If you you can stay away maybe from all the currency trading now because it is an hectic. This movement will be decided by the Fed or by human interaction and not by statistically anymore. This has nothing to do with statistically prediction or with indicators. This has all to do with intervention of banks, and that is almost not predictable. The only thing that we saw in the weekly chart, if you look back at the weekly chart, that we saw that there was something happening because of this cloud. So there was an event coming, and probably this banking, and I expect also the Ukraine war event will be at a pivot point for this currency market. So that's my news. Be careful if you don't want to trade. If you don't have to trade, don't trade at this currency pair. And just look at it. Try to play a little bit with paper money, or try to predict it, because this is very interesting. But you will see your guesses would be not really. You cannot guess on the base on the indicators. This has to be on the reaction, on the Fed and on the market makers, the banks, what they are doing. If they, for example, decide decision A instead of decision B, this will have a big influence on the market. For example, they expect 50 points for the Fed. If the Fed said we don't do any raise anymore, this will have a big effect on it. But if they say we still go 50 points, it can also be a big effect. So we have to wait. The news is now really influence this market, and for statistically trading and analyzing this, this is not the place to be. So I advise to stay away from this pair, especially the dollar at the moment. That's it.